All right, picture this. You wake up and everything's falling apart. Maybe it's aliens, maybe Mother Nature's having a meltdown, or maybe humans just messed up. Again. Either way, you better believe there are heroes out there fighting to save the day. Today, we're diving into the craziest, most intense movies about exactly that. From freaky space disasters to full-blown alien invasions, these flicks will have you glued to your screen. So welcome back to Filmflix, and let's go.
Who's that?
Well, something's wrong.
Sam.
What would you do if the world started collapsing around you with no explanation? How It Ends, 2018, throws you right into that chaos. Will, played by Theo James, is on a desperate road trip to reach his pregnant fiancée, Samantha, in Seattle after a mysterious disaster strikes. But here's the twist. He's not alone. He's traveling with Samantha's father, Tom, played by Forrest Whitaker, a man who's never really liked him. Talk about awkward road trip vibes. As they push forward, the journey turns into a brutal survival test. Blocked roads, vanishing supplies, and unpredictable strangers who could be friends or threats. With society crumbling, every choice matters, and tensions run high between Will and Tom. Can they work together before it's too late? The movie doesn't spoon-feed answers, keeping things suspenseful and mysterious. If you love high-stakes thrillers packed with tension, action, and survival instincts kicking in, How It Ends is a must-watch.
Well, that'll change when you tell them that the moon is out of orbit.
What if the moon wasn't just a rock in space, but a ticking time bomb? Moonfall, 2022, throws Earth into chaos when a mysterious force knocks the moon out of orbit, sending it on a collision course with the planet. With disaster looming, NASA executive Joe Fowler, played by Halle Berry, teams up with former astronaut Brian Harper, played by Patrick Wilson, and conspiracy theorist K.C. Houseman, played by John Bradley, to figure out what's really happening and how to stop it. But here's the kicker. This isn't just any space disaster. As they race against time, shocking secrets about the moon are uncovered, making the mission even more intense. From epic space battles to jaw-dropping destruction on Earth, this movie delivers big, blockbuster action with insane visuals.
You have got a big gravity wave coming your way. You have to launch now!
Did he say gravity wave?
While it doesn't dive deep into emotions, it goes all in on thrilling spectacle, making it a wild ride for sci-fi and disaster movie fans. If you love high-stakes, edge-of-your-seat action, Moonfall is a must-watch.
We can control our weather.
What happens when humanity builds a weather-controlling satellite system and it turns against us? That's Geostorm for you. Released in 2017, this sci-fi disaster thriller, directed by Dean Devlin, throws us into a world where extreme weather is no longer natural. It's man-made. Gerard Butler plays Jake Lawson, the genius behind Project Dutch Boy, a network of satellites designed to stop hurricanes, floods, and wild weather. But when these satellites go haywire, causing destruction instead of preventing it, Jake is forced back into action. His brother Max, played by Jim Sturgis, stays on Earth, digging into the political chaos behind the system, while Abby Cornish, playing a Secret Service agent, helps him uncover the truth.
3, 2, 1. Come on, baby.
With massive storms, tsunamis, and frozen cities wreaking havoc, Jake must head into space to stop the ultimate disaster before it's too late. Add in Ed Harris and Andy Garcia for some political drama, and you've got a high-stakes, fast-paced ride. Sure, the movie isn't perfect. The plot has some rough edges, but if you love explosive disaster flicks with wild visuals and a race-against-time vibe, Geostorm is a fun, action-packed watch. What if your nightmares were actually warnings of something bigger? That's the eerie setup for Extinction, a 2018 sci-fi thriller starring Michael Pena as Peter, an ordinary engineer haunted by terrifying dreams of losing his family. These visions feel so real that they start messing with his life, but just when he begins searching for answers, Earth is hit by an alien invasion and his worst fears come to life. As chaos erupts, Peter fights to protect his wife and daughters, But there's more to this attack than meets the eye. The film keeps you on edge with intense action, nerve-wracking chases, and a mystery that deepens as Peter uncovers shocking truths about the invaders. The story blends sci-fi thrills with emotional moments, making you root for Peter as he battles not just the attackers, but his own doubts about reality. It doesn't spoon-feed every answer, which might leave some viewers with questions, but that just adds to the intrigue. If you're into fast-paced alien invasion flicks with a twist that flips everything on its head, Extinction is a solid pick. It's a race for survival where family comes first, and nothing is as it seems. What if the only way to save Earth was to move it? That's the insane premise of The Wandering Earth, a 2019 Chinese sci-fi blockbuster that takes disaster movies to a whole new level. Directed by Frank Guo and based on a story by Liu Cixin, the film throws us into a future where the sun is dying, and humanity has one wild solution: turn Earth into a giant spaceship. Massive engines are built across the planet to push it toward a new star system, but with a 2,500-year journey ahead, survival is anything but easy. The story follows a group of astronauts, engineers, and everyday heroes trying to keep this planet-sized mission on track, while facing deadly space collisions, technical failures, and the brutal conditions of a frozen Earth. The stakes? Everything. The visuals? Absolutely stunning. From epic space sequences to tense ground-level survival, this movie is a mix of mind-blowing sci-fi and non-stop action. Some compare it to Interstellar or 2001: A Space Odyssey, but The Wandering Earth has its own style, full of heart, teamwork, and pure sci-fi spectacle. If you love high-stakes space adventures with jaw-dropping visuals and a global fight for survival, this one's a must-watch. What if climate change didn't take centuries, but hit all at once? That's the terrifying premise of The Day After Tomorrow, a 2004 sci-fi disaster thriller from Roland Emmerich. Dennis Quaid stars as Jack Hall, a paleoclimatologist who warns the world about extreme weather shifts, only to see his worst fears come true. Massive storms, deadly tornadoes, and freezing temperatures start ripping through cities, throwing the planet into chaos. Meanwhile, Jack's son Sam, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, is in New York when a superstorm traps him and his friends in a library, forcing them to fight for survival. As the world turns into an icy wasteland, Jack embarks on a dangerous journey from Washington, D.C. to New York, braving the brutal cold to rescue Sam. This movie is packed with jaw-dropping visuals, tidal waves swallowing cities, frozen skylines, and non-stop destruction. While the science might be exaggerated, the message about climate change and human resilience hits hard. It's a wild mix of action, survival, and suspense that keeps you hooked from start to finish. If you love high-stakes disaster flicks where nature fights back in epic style, The Day After Tomorrow is a must-watch. All right, people, that's a wrap on today's movie madness. Hopefully, you found some wild new flicks to add to your watch list. Let me know in the comments which one sounds the most insane to you. And hey, don't forget to check out my other videos for more epic movie talk. So hit that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. This is Filmflix, signing off for today. Catch you in the next one. Peace out.